Hello and welcome back to the channel. I am Nox, and tonight we are playing Slay the Princess, the demo for it. This is a game I have had my eye on for a while. It is categorized, it's tagged on Steam as a psychological horror dating sim, which isn't usually my thing, but I think I mentioned... Well, thank you. For demonstrating what this game is. So this game is a psychological horror dating sim, as Steam puts it, where we are supposed to slay the princess, as the title gives. So hints at it. This is a demo that I've played a couple of times before. It's a game I've had my eye on for a while, and I thought I'd just highlight it on the channel, especially since it is supposed to be releasing today. It already released October 20th, for about like only $18 or something. So USD. So it's not too pricey, and I thought I'd just highlight it on this channel. I'm definitely going to play it myself when it does come out. I'll probably buy it the day of, especially since I had to buy some other horror games that day for 31 Minutes of Friday because I haven't popped them yet. But yeah, I thought I'd just show it on the channel, highlight it. I'm definitely going to be playing it personally. If you guys want to check it out, like if you want me to play it on the channel, do let me know. But without further ado, let us start this game. Chapter 1: The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Alright. And also, this game is beautifully drawn.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, so as you can see, we have a lot of choices. And Explore allows you to like explore an idea without actually doing anything, just to sort of ask more questions. So that's the end of the world. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
But how can a princess locked away in a basement? Well, that's just called magic. Magic does shit like that. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
But how can a princess locked away in a basement if you don't tell me why she's dangerous? Have you considered maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Okay, fair enough.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Once again, magic. Like that's just where my head would go. If you don't tell me. Yeah, why is it me? Can't someone else do this?
You're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
Maybe I'm okay with the world ending. Yeah.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Maybe I do. I'm weird and emo like that.
I mean, Maybe some people do. Nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Honestly, I just want to sleep and end of the world. I can sleep when I'm dead, and, those equal each other. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. If she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. Okay. So, let's get this over with. Yeah, I'll talk to her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face. We'll discuss that.
I guess we'll just have to see what happens, but a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
I'm okay with that.
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
That's actually, it almost was like he was responding directly to that.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
I will.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
So, yeah, we have a voice of the hero with us. And once again, I think I mentioned it, I have played this before, but the path I'm going to be going, because it's all about choice and stuff, which, is what this channel is about. I'm going to the path I have not done before, so it's all new reaction from me. Let us proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You see, Little Nightmares has fucked me up because all these little... I know those have a name in wood. I think it's where the branches were. I'm just seeing eyes everywhere. Little Nightmares has ruined me. Yeah, we're taking the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Sure, we might be talking with her, but if she can end the world, we're taking the blade. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I don't know if she's stuck in here. The favor would actually be to release her, but... Alright, I see what you're trying to do.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
And can I just say, her voice actress is amazing.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I think I'm here to kill him. Oh, how would I tell her that? Okay, because it would be funny, but I wouldn't tell her that, especially since I cannot see her. So I don't know if she can kill me. Just checking in on you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Actually, yes. I'm here to slay you. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Nah, your chain's way too long.
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you
Fuck no. Yeah, no, I'm not dropping the blade. Okay, because even without prior knowledge of who the princess is, or can be, if she can end the world, as we've discussed previously, through means that I'm just assuming it is magic, I would not drop the blade, especially since she's chained up down here. Like, that's just...
It's
no.
fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
No, I'm keeping the blade. Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
Look, don't give me those. I see those
You
eyes.
poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I thought I was here to talk.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
I could throw it at you.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see the razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing. She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Well, I'm here to talk first. Yeah. What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's unarmed? She's not armed.
I'm positive.
I don't know, because that hand... both of her hands are clenched.
I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
What if she's the weapon? Magic.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
I don't trust you. I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Okay, that's actually really fair. Then I guess we're at an impasse.
I guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already.
No, I don't want to.
Or drop the blade. Do something.
Are you sure you don't want to talk?
Yeah, I'm sure.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend that you be the one to take the initiative here.
What? Come on, game. I want... I know I'm recording this, so like technically this is the good thing that I don't sit around here just talking, but fine. I will drop the blade close to my feet.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
If you kill me instantly, first, props to you, but second, not cool.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Fine.
Against
What?
your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine.
I'm sorry. I liked our distance. I'm not a fan of this.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
It really is. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. You're coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? Oh. Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I have my reasons. That'd be ridiculous. I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to believe.
Believe me.
I never trust the narrator. I never trust the narrator because I'm a game designer and all my narrators are unreliable, so I have trust issues.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
Look at her. She's totally hiding something. I'm here because there's people out there who think you're a threat to the world. Well, let's just start. Do you know why I'm here to kill you?
Do you?
I know what I've been told. Whether or not I believe it is an entirely different matter.
So, you're not going to share? How pointless. If you want to talk, I'll talk. But this isn't talking.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
I'm trying to remember, because I know, like, medieval honorifics. I don't think Your Majesty is actually used for a princess. I think that's only for the Queen. I think.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Well, yeah, obviously. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Hypothetically, how would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Oh, I don't trust you with a
Her
knife.
sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
Slay the princess. I decided. Oh my gosh. Okay. Because we're at an impasse right now. She won't tell me anything. And I won't tell her anything. You know what? I think. Yeah. I'm going to keep you locked away down here. At least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Yeah, girlie, you know, I was gonna spare you, but I don't trust you now. Nah, 'cause he threatened me.
You charge the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade of her own slips down her sleeve and catches you in the neck.
God damn it.
Blood sprays from the cut, your severed carotid artery painting the princess with strokes of red. You better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
No, finish the job. No, I live out of spite and I will die out of spite.
With the last bit of your will, you press forward, sinking the blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh,
Yeah.
The two of you collapse on the floor together, rapidly bleeding out.
somehow, I thought this would turn out a little differently. But I wonder, do you really think that this was enough to stop me?
You look pretty dead.
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and the terrifying conviction in her words. But you don't have the time to worry over such things. Everything goes black, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Razor.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So, I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but I'm a big fan of games that mindfuck with you. And this game is a great example of just mindfuckery. A mindfuckery is amazing. Like, it's what I love. So, wait, hasn't this already happened?
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Maybe.
Are we sure we don't want to turn around and hightail it out of here? I really don't want to be stabbed to death again.
And it seems we have a new voice.
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed. That's exactly what you told us last time. But as soon as we tried to slay her, she just started stabbing us. To death.
No, she only actually stabbed us once.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons. So there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and this all really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
True.
We did exactly what you said. Sounds to me like you probably had some kind of elaborate nightmare, in which case I shouldn't be held accountable for what supposedly happened. But congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We stabbed the princess stabbed us, and now everyone's right back to where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? Who cares what happened to everyone else? We should do what we can to save ourselves, and just get out of here. You do realize that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else. She just caught us by surprise last time. She can't do that twice. So long as we're careful, we can win this. That's the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip, and you'll save the world in no time at all.
So, let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
We killed each other last time around. How can we make sure that doesn't happen again?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world. And don't get stabbed. Please?
I'll try to make sure of that. All she did last time was stab me to death. How can someone like that end the world? Well, you know, you can't have magic and stab people. But, yeah, no, like, she can stab me. You can do both. Oh. Who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
Bullshit.
Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Being special didn't stop us from getting killed last time.
Thank you, Flinch. Oh, that's totally bullshit. You're being cagey. Why aren't you telling me?
I told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. You didn't tell us about her knife last time, though. That's because she's unarmed. And more than that, it's because there wasn't a last time.
Fine, that's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Okay, so though I am tempted to just turn around and leave, because that does sound like an interesting path, for the sake of YouTube and content, we shall proceed to the cabin. Also, I'm spiteful, so I think I don't know, like, I am actually torn between the two, because if I was actually in this real situation, I'm spiteful enough to, yes, I would want to get revenge, but I'm a coward enough to be like, fuck this, I'm leaving.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. No, we can't go in there. Do either of you feel sick? Because I feel sick just thinking about that place. We're going to die again, and I bet it's going to hurt.
Not if we kill her.
It's good to be careful, but you're really not helping with all that talk about death and dying. Agreed. Just ignore that clown and stay focused.
I don't call Flinch a clown. I like him. He's a coward. He's a coward I like.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
This cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
You didn't say anything about that mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Can you two stop arguing? It's stressful enough in here without all of this noise.
I care about whether I'm being lied to.
As do I. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Yeah, sometimes you need to preen yourself before killing someone. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
So, as you can see, we're some sort of, like, bird monster thing. Personally, in my headcanon, I believe that we're sort of like a Valraven, which is a Swedish or Danish folklore creature that it becomes a knight by eating the hearts of babies, I think. Or dead people. It's weird, and I saw it on Wikipedia, so it might not entirely be true. But yeah, we're some sort of raven demon.
But it was there a second ago. Now it's gone. For the love of everything, can we just get this over with already? All this waiting is killing me.
I love flinch. Okay, we're taking the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay. Holding it feels a little better. Maybe we can make it through this.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall.
That's beautiful.
The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
And the world. Like, this is creepy.
That's right! Scraping! I told you she has something. I told you! That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head.
You're to get that? That's interesting.
Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
Is something wrong with that voice? I can hear her bloodlust.
Fucking love flinch, yeah. That was interesting.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody, quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
We're not falling for it. She's tricking us. Can't you hear that threatening edge to her voice? She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down. Then it'll all happen again.
That is a pose, though. Oh my god, the stars move this. I love how I'm like, this is a pose. I'm like, oh my god, there's stars at the above.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
My proposed plan is to just throw the dagger at her.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
The razor. To be continued. So that's where the demo ends. So it's just about like one chapter and a bit of the second. I said, oh yeah. So that's how that chapter ends if we took the choice of killing her after we put the dagger down. But what if we didn't decide to slay the princess? What if instead we decided to save her? I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Probably.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Okay, that is actually a very fair point. And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
Oh my god, she's amazing.
If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Really?
Is someone else here?
Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Okay.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
See, we are going to save her, because you know what? I just got locked down here, and what's the point of slaying her? I don't know if they're going to let me out, okay? And also, we already know what happens if we slay her, so we're going to save her.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
She looks so cute from this point of view, but I know she has a fucking dagger in her petticoat? I don't know what... It's not a petticoat, it's a skirt. I'm looking for a term. She has it in the ruffles of her dress.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound.
Yeah, she's a badass.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
I don't see her dagger.
How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
You know what? I'm fine with journeying with this lady, okay? Because she's badass. You first. I don't want to approach it myself, but fine. She's totally going to stop me in the back, isn't she?
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Okay, so this is awesome. Oh, that's beautiful. No, we're not going to say her because I think it's going to give me the same ending. Warn her. Yeah, we warn her. She's going to be able to dodge it. She's a badass.
Stop that.
I won't.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Oh, damn.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect.
I thought she just whipped around and, like, cut my head off. I maybe overestimated her prowess.
Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
No, I don't think you are. Okay, one minute. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
No, I'm not going to.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Oh.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Maybe we will.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Oh, damn.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
I don't think the recording picked it up, but I got the achievement Princess Souls, which is to die 6 times throughout your playthroughs. That's amazing. Chapter 2, The Prisoner. Ooh.
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay,
You're
we've heard
here
this.
to slay her.
Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
So depending on the outcome of the last story, you get a different voice. I believe I know of, I think it's 3 other I haven't done all the different options and playthroughs. So we have Flinch, and then to my understanding there's also the Contrarian and the Cold One or something like that. I can't remember all of them. It's been a while since I played through this. Like when I first got it, I played a shit ton of it. But now we have the Skeptic.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Yeah, but you can't hear me.
And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Yeah, but she's cool. She's very confident. Let's assume I'm telling the truth. No. Let's proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Wait, what did the Skeptic actually say? I read it and I did not process it.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Wait a minute, there's a history button. Oh, fuck. Okay. The voice of the hero. The voice of the Skeptic. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here for us and for the princess. Okay. That's new. I didn't know that was here.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Oh, fuck.
Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Oh, the Skeptic is amazing.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
Interesting. So the razor had it all cut up, and that is the prison. It's all.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Now, the mirror never changes, but for the sake of it, I will ask him.
He definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should. There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I think you know what we have to do.
I love that. I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. I'm going to ask this one just because that seems like what the Skeptic would say.
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would...
Oh, nothing. Okay. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to... This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand, but it was there a second ago. And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Oh my god, I love the Skeptic. The Skeptic is me playing video games and reading fucking books. I'm just like, every note of detail must be remembered. That's me with like Elden Ring lore, like from soft shit. I'm just like figuring everything out, keeping everything. We'll take the blade because we need that to free her.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
True.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
What the fuck are you talking about? This is atmospheric. I would totally be fine being imprisoned down here.
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Oh my god, I love the prisoner.
Does she remember us? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Well done, the narrator. You really locked this one up. We can't cut her out because... Oh, well done, narrator. Tip of the hat.
Should we be worried about the one around her neck?
Yeah, that one's definitely going to be a problem.
Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
Oh, good point. I didn't even notice that. That is weird. That is really weird. Also, if you notice the chains, are they connected to her feet as well? Like they don't just... Are they even attached? Like, they loop, or... Oh, wait. Because I'm thinking they're looping like this. Maybe they loop like... I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm just overcomplicating it. Never mind. But that is weird.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
We really should. The prisoner. Okay, I like that. To be continued. Oh, I think that might be one of the saves that I first found after. The prisoner. So yeah, that's like the princess. As shown, it has drastically different paths depending on choices. There's only 2 choices, or like I think a total of 8 different endings you can get in the demo. Holy fuck. Did I not introduce this? So this is the game for 31 Nights of Fright. I never said what night it was, did I? Well, fuck, Editing Nox is gonna have to do that. But yeah, this is Slay the Princess. That was just sort of a preview of it. Originally I was gonna do a lot more of it, but then I sort of moved around with the games. I got a new game, and like everything sort of was in chaos, so it just became one episode. But yeah, I'm going to play this, as mentioned before. There the audio was. Okay, because the first time it didn't do any audio effect, and I was like, that's not right. That's the audio effect. So yes, Slay the Princess is a game I fucking love, and I'm definitely going to be playing it when it comes out. But I just sort of thought to put it on the channel, both as just sort of like, you know, if you haven't heard of it before, a lot of bigger channels obviously have covered this, and like, you know, but just in case you don't watch those channels, you just watch mine, and it could just sort of be like, hey, Slay the Princess exists. But yeah, it's definitely a game that I intend to play when it comes out. I'll probably play it after 31 Nights of Fright, because I haven't really had time to play any video games during 31 Nights of Fright. But basically, what I was getting with, before I got sidetracked, is the fact that if you guys enjoyed this video, and you want to see more of this game on the channel, do let me know. Leave a like, leave a comment, telling me if you want to. If you don't want to, leave a dislike. That works too. It gives a message. It sends a message. But yeah. So if you do want to see more of this, do let me know. But yeah, it's a great game. It's a fun game. Obviously, you can't capture the full experience of the game with only 2 different save files, but save paths. But you know, if I went any further, this video would be like an hour or something long. It's probably already an hour because I'm talking. But yeah, that's Slay the Princess. So I do hope you guys enjoy the rest of the Halloween, and I do apologize that I forgot to announce it as 31 Nights of Fright. That was a travesty on my end. Just like a sin. Oof. But yeah. So that's Slay the Princess. Don't know why this outro is taking me so long to do. Anyways, once again, if you want to see more on the channel, do let me know. And I hope you guys have a fun rest of the Halloween time. Till next time.